And good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael. I will be your Dungeon Master for the evening. This is episode 17. If you haven't caught up with any of the episodes, you can type in !Vecna recap in our Twitch chat, and you'll get a quick link to a Google Doc where we have each and every episode in one small paragraph. So if you need to catch up on what's going on, you guys can click that link and jump right into the recap so you guys can see exactly. And I want to thank Brittany so much for doing those little mini recaps for us, so that way we can put those in there for our viewers and anybody who's joining in. Also want to thank our sponsors, Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp. If you type in those quick links as well, which are already shared in our Twitch chat, you'll get those websites where you can go buy some awesome RPG related gear. Don't forget to use the coupon code BONUS at checkout with Little Dragon Corp to get yourself 15% off of your order, which is perfect for the holidays coming up, which I have a little snow falling on us tonight and some holiday decorations to get in the cheerful holiday mood. Maybe next week I'll wear some of my, maybe I'll bust out one of my ugly Christmas sweaters. It's just too hot today, so I couldn't do it.
I got my dang window open.
That's right. It was weird because it was like 18 degrees last week, and now it's like back up in the 50s and 60s, so it's crazy.
We had to turn the air back on, so.
Yeah, it's kind of getting nuts. But I don't know. We'll see if it cools back down. I have no idea. Weather is crazy. Hey, Tag Fitty, good to see you. I think I also saw Beyond in chat with us tonight. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Nikki Rain is here. Of course, Dogs for Life. Of course, Blitz Graybeard.
Oh man, you're cheating. You ain't talking about people who are chatting. I went looking to see if I missed a message from Nikki.
So we got all kinds of our friends back in chat. While we're here, I did want to mention that we are going to stream on December the 23rd, Monday the 23rd, and we're going to do some special giveaways that night. So if you're in watching live in chat, we'll have a command or a code that you can type in chat to get yourselves entered into giveaways. David's got a cool tarot deck that he wants to give away. So we'll have a winner of that. Plus, I'm going to have 2 mystery gift-wrapped boxes that are going to have some cool gifts inside them, and we'll give away those 2 as well. So we'll have 3 different giveaways that night. So you won't want to miss that. Make sure you guys tell all your friends, and we'll try to get some winners in that. And I probably won't get them shipped out before Christmas because it's the 23rd. And shipping kind of just ends, so you'll have to give me some time to get that to you. But
it'll arrive eventually.
It'll be a surprise in the new year. That'll make you feel good about.
We will rent him a pony, and he will deliver them to your home, regardless of the country you live in.
Wait, I want a pony.
On a pony? That's a pony?
I mean, I can draw you a pony. Does that count?
I want a trusted steed. I want like the jet black, really fast horse.
And we got Razanak in chat, and I'm loving the idea. Can I get mine in on that too?
Ooh, that is amazing.
That's a chance to give away your kids' gifts for being bad. I love it.
I saw somebody they wrapped just cardboard boxes and then threw them in their fire when the kids were being bad. So the kids thought
they thought the toys were inside. Oh
yeah.
No.
I saw one where the mom was wrapping the empty stuff in the pantry boxes, if it was a box of the Cheez-Its that was just completely empty that the kid left in the pantry after taking the last crackers. They wrapped that. So it looks like the kid has a lot of presents, and then they just get to find the garbage they left for their mother to clean up.
Sorry, I was adjusting my new microphone sock. It's a furry.
It's very furry.
But Michael skipped a small detail about the giveaway. You you do get the tarot deck, and you do get Michael's mysterious gifts, but you also get to keep the box that it comes in.
Oh wow, there we go. Yeah,
It'd be pretty important.
that's important.
Cats love it.
It's perfect
great
if you got
little
a cat.
toy for them. Right.
Absolutely. Well, excellent. We're gonna dive in to tonight's session now that our announcements are through.
I don't know if I should pet this thing or not. Like,
Be careful. It might jump off of there and like run around the room.
you're a good.
So, last we left off, our party was on their way to Ialos to try to be mediators between these Cyran Veterans and these Warforged, who were led by this purple Warforged individual named Mercy. Apparently, these veterans were trying to get a hold of some of the sacred items that were being kept by the Warforged, and you guys found out it was kind of like a financial situation for them. They were a very poor group looking to kind of redeem themselves and earn some coin. And kind of getting the idea of what kind of like was the issue between the two, you guys were led into this moment to try to compromise between or get them to talk or something in a way that would be peaceful. On your way into Ialos, though, you guys heard a voice talking about being careful about where you're treading. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to a new map. And it's going to probably immediately change my music because I need all of you to click on your tokens if you are able to see them, which is right here. Are you guys able to see those?
I got him.
I can.
You can click on your token and go ahead and roll initiative because these individuals that are coming out of the thickets to your left do not look like they're very friendly.
But can they be?
Well, I'm just starting off
convinced into
wonderful tonight.
talking?
I'm below you, so you're fine.
Okay. I got all my initiatives rolled. Let me go ahead and
I had to adjust my HP
Order.
bar. I haven't done it since we leveled up.
Also,
I'm gonna
y'all
take
should
us-
have temp hit points from me.
18, right?
Yep. Just making sure.
Thank you for the reminder. I have 8. I don't know where I got
yeah,
that.
that's-
we got.
That's true. You guys did get those temporary
Michael's
hit
aura,
points.
and you guys have my charming presence.
We're doomed.
Ah, crap.
All right. So, rolling highest on the initiative as these individuals come out of the thickets. It looks like they are also these warforged mechanical individuals made from metal and wood. The two flanking on the outsides, their one arm doesn't have a hand on the end of it. It just looks like a sword blade on the end. And it appears to have a hand on the other side, but there is like a small like crossbow attached to the top. It looks like it's part of the forearm of this creature. They look rather... here, let me see if I can zoom on the token. That's kind of what they look like as they're approaching
Charming.
you. Glowing blue eyes and almost like
And he's got a dinged up
skull-like...
ear.
A little dinged up. He's got some marks on him. But Selena, you're first to roll an initiative here. These folks do
He's
not
the
look
Timu
friendly.
Warforged.
The one back here is a little different. Let me see if I can zoom in on him. There's that other guy back in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
He doesn't look that bad.
He's got a gingerbread cookie on his forehead. He's ready for the holidays.
He's ready.
Get ready.
That's why he's so angry looking. Somebody stuck a cookie to his head and he can't get it off.
He can't find it as a thing. It's between his eyes, so he's like, "Where's my cookie?"
Oh goodness. Selena's gonna look around at the rest of the party and say, well, here we go again. Flame on!
Bonus action
And-
to ignite the blade of her sword. Yep.
Yeah. And move towards this. I don't know if it has a number or not.
You know what? I did not put a number on these guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're going with the bottom one.
Bottom one, you got it.
And she's going to attack. $27 to hit.
That hits. You can go and roll your damage.
16 damage.
16 total damage. You got it.
And she's gonna take another swipe. See if that one wants to. Computer wants to work.
Okay.
That one was
Second.
supposed to be with advantage.
Yeah, it would be with advantage, yes.
Try this again. 26 to hit.
26 does hit.
With 17 damage.
17 damage as you're carving through with the fiery blade.
And then one more with the same.
I believe because your sword,
That
you
should've
still
been-
have advantage. Yeah.
Sometimes it rolls it, sometimes it doesn't. A 29 to hit.
29 hits. For another 17 damage, I believe. Yes. Carving through, Selena swipes 3 times. This Warforged stumbles back. Some of the wood within the structure kind of catches fire for a moment and then slowly flickers out into an ember.
And that is all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay, you got it. Let's take us to the Blade Scout up here at the top. Actually is going to use an action to Forest, as you're looking up there, you can probably see this happen. Like, its chest kind of opens up, and there's this small, like, it looks like metal cylinder that just, like, drops out of it, like, thunk, and it hits the ground, and it kind of buries itself into the ground.
That's a bit weird.
And then it takes like 3 steps up to the north here and then holds up its arm, and it can shoot 2 times. It's going to shoot 1 time towards Forest and 1 time towards Odd. So here comes the one to Forest. It's a 17 to hit Forest.
No.
Deflects it with his shield, and now another bolt comes flying towards Odd, which is only going to be a 12. So I think that sails over your head, correct, Odd?
God, I really hope.
I think I heard Odd say meets it, beats it, right?
No.
So those 2 strikes go, 2 shots go flying over you guys. Forrest deflecting the first one. Odd, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Let me see what I got going here. God, those guys are so far away. Alright. It's hard to tell what these robots can rely on. They definitely don't breathe air, so I'm not gonna try that one. Let's let me just test the air by doing a sacred lane. No. We'll do Mind Sliver on the one right in front of Selena. It's going to be an intelligence save of 16.
Intelligence save. You got it. That does 16. Does meet it.
Okay, so I cast my spell, and absolutely nothing happens. It just seems to fizzle, and I'm just not in the right mindset. So I instead yell some nasty words at it and give it some unsettling words for the next person to try a saving throw against it.
Okay. Well, doesn't unsettling words doesn't give it advantage? Next person has advantage on the attack. Is that what it is, or am I
No,
thinking the wrong
unsettling
ability?
words is going to be a 1d8 at my level of the saving throw.
Save. Got it. All right. So, are you going to stay put where you're at, Odd? Or are you going to move around the battlefield at all, or are you just going to kind of stay there?
I'm gonna stay there because I'm comfy in Michael's corner.
You got it. Forrest, that brings us up to you, Forrest.
Michael's gonna
Hard
be
to
in
tell
mid battle
because
going, hey,
I
what's
kind
this
of
guy?"
barely see the grid under my aura, but I think I have just enough movement to reach this guy up here.
Yeah, it's 25
That
feet
looks
away.
like 30 to me.
Yeah.
Is it 30? If you move diagonal,
That looks like
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, if you move diagonal 3 times, I think you, yeah.
Yeah,
you
I should
can
be able to
25.
just get there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take my 2 attacks against this guy.
Okay.
And I'll use my Vow of Enmity to give myself advantage on all attacks.
Does Vow cost like a bonus action to do
It's
along with
as
your...
part of the attack.
Oh, interesting. So the Vow is put on him as well.
That'll be 18 to hit.
18. Let me double check. It's gonna be close. Oh,
Probably I rolled pretty poorly for advantage.
Well, that hits.
Yeah, right.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, he's gonna use his reaction to parry, and he raises his AC enough to deflect that from hitting.
Yeah, well, then I will take my second attack.
You got it.
28 to hit.
28 does hit. So you come down with the Sunblade, deflects the first one, and then you come swipe around and cut him across the midsection for a quick strike.
That'll be 11 radiant from the attack,
Okay.
plus another 10 from the Spirit Shroud.
Another 10 from... Is that force damage?
Radiant.
Radiant, got it. Okay, so both radiant, got it. You carving through, you can put this glowing like slice through the metal from his midsection there.
So that's my bonus action, so I'm good.
All right. The blade that's down there by Selena. Is going to use its bonus action to do a special ability it has called Dash. The scout can move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So is going to back up a little bit. Get about right there, and you see its chest opened up, Selena, and goes, and then this little cylinder goes out of its chest, hits the ground, and it goes like buries into the ground. And then he kind of like disappears back. He's like kind of going between these rocks, and then looks towards you and gets his arm blade up, and he's gonna fire 2 arm blades for his action at you. So here comes, or 2 bolts, excuse me, bolt launcher coming at you. First one for a 13.
That's gonna miss.
It's gonna miss, and the second one comes at you for a 26.
That is gonna hit.
That will deal 11 piercing damage to you. It strikes true. 2 bolts come flying. One goes over your head, one hits you directly in the shoulder. And that is all that guy does in his turn. Which brings us to the individual standing right in front of Forrest. The aura that you have on you currently, Forrest, just to be clear, it doesn't do anything right now for... It's only on your attacks, right?
It's when I land an attack, and if they start within 10 feet of me, their movement speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Reduced by 10 feet. Got it. Okay. Let's see one thing. Melee attack. Okay. So we can't do that. All right. So he is going to go ahead and make 3 longsword attacks against
A lot of attacks.
you. So let's see. These are one-handed longsword attacks. First one is going to be 14. That's going to miss, I believe. So you deflect
Quite
it.
a bit.
Second one is a 25 to hit.
Sure.
That one will strike you for 19 slashing damage. And the last longsword attack, which I believe, do longswords, well, I don't know, do monsters have weapon mastery? Or is that not a rule yet because the new monster manual hasn't come out?
It's been unclear so far.
Yeah, I will say they don't until the new monster manual comes out in February. And if it tells me otherwise, then we'll have to change it. Last attack is only a 10, so you're able to deflect that one easily as you take the one strike. All right. And that is all that he can do on his turn. It's going to stay put, face you in combat.
Check.
Yes, concentration check.
Nat 20 seems pretty good.
Oh, look at that. Rolling green numbers for us. That brings us to Orcon with Hazel on deck.
Okay, so we just saw two of these things burying stuff in the ground. Okay. Be glad he rolled what he did. Oh, let me check one thing. Yes, he ran
What?
enough
Traps?
right
Never
there.
heard of them.
I can... Oh, I can get them all. Okay, so Orcon's going to cast a spell. And it's going to be, I'm just drawing a line, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So right along that green line.
Okay.
And I need all three of them to make
Oh,
a
boy.
strength saving throw.
Oh, boy.
As Orcon is casting Wall of Wind.
Oh, no. Strength saving throw, I'll start at the top. So we'll start with the guy at the top.
The one at the
4.
bottom also has the cutting words on him, don't forget.
Yeah, so you'll have to roll that D8 there, David, on that one. The first one only rolls a 14, so I believe
Okay,
that's a
so
fail.
fails.
The second guy in the middle is going to save and roll only a 14.
Fails.
And then this last guy at the bottom is going to subtract 4 from this. So a 1.
Okay. So, each one of them takes 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
23 points?
Yep.
Oh, boy. 23 bludgeoning. And what
And
else
then-
happens?
Literally, that's it.
That's it, just 23 bludgeoning from the impact of the wind?
Yep, doesn't even knock them prone. But
Weird.
it does prevent projectiles from flying through it. We're going to go...
Okay.
On the drawing tool.
So basically, it's just like this massive wall is just like blowing through there, and they're just like struggling to keep their footing as things are rolling by and like smashing into them.
We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Get a
Couple-
little closer to forest.
As you get closer, random like tumbleweeds are like flowing out of this thing.
It looks just like a storm. I'm loving this. Now, let me just see. How close do I have to be to do this again? Second, it is one creature within 30 feet. Okay, so then I'm going to need a second strength saving throw. As I'm going to try to shove the guy in front of Forrest back 5 feet.
Okay, strength save, you said.
So then
Yep.
I have to go through the wall to get to him?
Yes, but if he goes to shoot at you, it won't go through the wall to hit you.
Definitely fails. So it moves back 10 feet.
He just gets knocked back 5 feet.
5 feet, you got it. So stumbles back as wind is hitting him from the side, and now this strange energy is just pushing him out of the wind.
Oh, I see. It doesn't do continuous damage. It just prevents arrows for this point.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just won't be able to like shoot through it. Yeah. Okay. Does that end your turn, Orcon?
Yep, that'll end it.
All right, that brings us to Hazel with Selena on deck.
Hazel just goes, "Ooh, wind," and skips. Yeah, that's me. And then this guy is still, I believe. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. Okay. He's still within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to cast on the guy that ran away from Selena, Poison Spray, which is a
Poison spray.
melee
okay.
spell attack cantrip. 30 range. I don't think that's gonna hit him.
14 unfortunately will not hit. You can spend resources if you'd like.
No, I'm just gonna go, God damn it, wind!
Then the wind kind of blows the poison away.
That's it.
Oh, hey, how are you going to do that? You need to converse with me about this.
She casts a spell, the poison blows right into Forest. Wrong direction!
Thought it was a southern wind!
Very nice. Anything else, Hazel?
No, she wanted to be near her friends, so that was her real goal for this moment in time, so she's good here.
Brings us to the top of the second round with Selena once again.
So, I guess mechanically, if I try and hit that one in the bottom, does that mean I have to make a strength saving throw?
It doesn't
Right, run
say
up and slash him.
anything about walking into it. It just says that initial hit.
Okay. Wasn't sure because it says it lasts for a minute.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just kind of like a barrier against range attacks right now. I think that's all it acts as after that initial.
I mean, I'm sure Selena would look badass with the hair all blown straight up, sort of sideways.
Yeah,
It might,
until
it might
gets in
put the
her
fire
mouth.
out on your sword. It blows it out.
Dang it. I was gonna say it's just gonna.
No, it's a magical
wrong
blade. It'll be
direction,
fine.
So in that case, Selena is gonna go towards that one in the bottom right.
Okay,
And-
stop right there. I need you to move back 1, 2, 3, 4 squares for me, please.
Oh man.
As you get closer to where that thing fell out of its chest, you see something go and like pop out and start spinning rapidly, and it goes and goes flying towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Is you've activated that thing that it put into the ground.
20?
Does this sumbitch really have a bouncing
Ooh.
Betty?
20 is good enough. You actually like jump out of the way, and like it's this like strange like bladed snare thing that goes like whipping across, and you jump over it, and it just goes rolling across the ground behind you and comes to a stop. So you can
Can I
continue.
attack
You can
it?
continue your turn.
Can I stab it on my way to the other guy?
Well, it was just like it like exploded, blew this thing out, and then it's gone.
It was like a one-off pop.
It was like a
So
one-off
like
pop.
booby trap.
Yep.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, that was rude.
Looks like
No,
it would have hurt and
come-
probably would have made you fall flat on your face.
Yeah. That did not look fun. Watch out for those guys. We don't want to play with those. Not fun toys. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I'm gonna take my attacks at him now. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
19 damage.
19 damage. Still standing, but looks very badly hurt, Selena.
Another one. 24 to hit.
That hits. 17 damage, and with that, you slice up through him, and the fire starts to kind of catch all the wood parts inside the metal outside on fire, and you see the fire start to burn up through where his blue eyes used to be, and he goes and then falls down onto the ground.
A booby trap. Who's next? And she just turns and looks at the other guy, knowing he's too far away for her to, like, get to.
Okay.
And, since Odd is pretty far back there, I don't know if she'd hear, but Hazel's close enough. Watch out for the booby traps.
Yeah, and what you'll notice too is, like, right here is like a large rock. So
Yeah.
the wind is kind of blowing over the rock, and you probably don't even have a visual on, like, forest in the sky behind the rock. So you just got to imagine that there's a rock there. The wind's kind of blowing over top of it, things like that. So that'll end Selena's turn and bring us to this individual up top, who is going to shift this way a little bit.
No, that's not fair. Who said he could move?
Can he move out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he moves out of that.
I just didn't tell him he couldn't do it.
If it's me, I'm not going to stand there in a pummeling wind. I'm going to get out of it.
What if it's a hot day and you need to cool down? Just stay in the wind.
It's not liking the fact that Orcon is here, like, messing up the battlefield. So is going to fire 3 bolt launchers towards Orcon. First one is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That sticks into your thigh for 7 points of piercing damage, Orcon. Here comes the second one. This is only a 10. So I'm sure the 10 will miss.
Yep.
The last one is going to be a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
So as Orcon turns into a pin cushion, you take 6 more points of piercing damage from the second bolt.
Total of 13. Okay, maintain my concentration.
Maintained your concentration. I heard an oh yeah from chat. Did somebody subscribe?
Got one, yep.
Yeah.
It's. I'm gonna bludgeon your name again.
I'm gonna. Aikpa? Is that how we pronounce it? I hope so.
Aikipa?
Yeah. Aikipa? That's a good way too. I don't know. We can be kind of like in the rule books of D&D where they're both right, maybe?
Marmalade.
Marmalade? That's right. Dragonbane plug. Go back and watch the campaign. It was a good one. I like that answer. There's many correct pronunciations and no incorrect ones. I love it. 5 months. Thanks for subscribing for 5 months. We appreciate it. All right, Orcon. You took some damage there. Actually, this one's going to use the rest of its movement to kind of shift over and kind of like just get near this rock. Kind of like, you know, I don't know, like using it as cover there a little bit. But Odd, you are next to go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to notice Selena is all the way over here. And this guy is all the way over here, trying to hide behind the rock. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna try to bridge the gap here. I'm gonna pull out a deck of cards, start filling with it, and say for my next trick, I am going to actually need a volunteer. And I lock eyes with the one hiding behind the stone. Wisdom save 16.
Wisdom save 16. You got it. That's a natural 1, 8.
All right, that's close.
He almost made it.
So, spell's going to be suggestion. He's going to use all of his movement speed to come to me.
Okay. Does the suggestion, is it say that the creature is charmed? Is it a charm effect?
It would be charm.
Okay, gotcha. And it's going to be charmed to come to you on its turn?
On its turn, yep.
Got it. I don't know if there's a good symbol for charmed on here.
I accept a heart.
You want a heart? There was a heart on here somewhere. There it is. Well, it's kind of like a broken heart, but I'll put it on there.
Well, it's no love lost.
He's
no love lost.
He's very sad.
Oh.
Poor sad Warforged. That's a broken heart.
But I am going to reposition myself to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that when he does come to me, he's coming closer to Selena than out in the open.
I like that he has to pass through Orcon first. I think that's great.
Give him a nasty look while he walks by, like, thanks for the storm.
All right.
And I think that's going to do it.
That'll do it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll give advantage on the gentleman with the little skull icon by Forest. To the next
I already
person.
have advantage, so.
No, to the... Oh, you're going to be the next person?
I sure
Yeah,
am.
Forrest is
Ouch.
next up.
Ouch.
Did you want to switch that?
No, it
I'll
has
let
to
you
be the
switch it
next
now.
person to it. So it would have to be Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right,
But-
so it is Forrest's turn. There is this massive wall of wind in between you and your enemy right now.
Well, I'm just gonna step through it.
There you go. Perfect. You weren't sure about it at first, and then you just go, "Huh!" You jump through, and it's like, wow, that wasn't so bad. It was like in
Oh,
Finding Nemo with the Mount Wanahakalugi.
I like my 2 attacks against this guy. Yeah, 23.
23 is going to hit. For
For
13
12.
damage?
Just 12.
12.
The extra 1 is if it's undead, which it's not.
Got it. How
I
do you
assume
know?
it's not.
it's not.
It'll come up eventually, just probably not here. Second attack. Oh wait, I forgot the...
I was going to say, you still have your shroud going, I think.
Yeah, the shroud damage to us.
Well, you can go ahead, since you rolled a 29, you can go ahead and count that as a hit and go ahead and roll that damage and then roll your shroud damage
It
afterwards.
was 9 for the first shroud. That'll be 15 for the second attack. And another 8 for the second shroud.
8 for the second shroud. So you're carving through them one by one with each attack as the wind kind of continues to make that howling noise next to you.
I think we
Anything
got
else?
this under control, so I'm not going to use any smites this turn. I'll be good.
Okay. You got it. So, the lieutenant gets to go ahead and go. I'm going to see something really quick. Oh boy, I don't think he's going to be close enough. Let me see. Oh, I don't want to close the turn order. I want to get my measuring tool out for a second. No, way too far away. Okay, so he's not going to do that.
He did just see Forrest jump through the wall, though, so he knows he can get through it.
Yeah, but he has to run away from me to
He
do
has to
that.
Of
run
course,
away
it's just
from him to
magic.
do
Maybe he doesn't
that.
understand.
He's found a worthy opponent, so he's going to stand his ground and continue to multi-attack. Here's 3 more longsword attacks against Forrest. First one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That does miss.
Miss. Miss? A 21?
Yeah.
Good grief. Alright, so he's going to attack again. This time, 15 is going to miss. And the final attack is going to be also a 15. All deflected by Forrest's shield easily. As the creature seems to be a little bit distracted by the windstorm blowing through the area. That will, I believe, end his turn because he doesn't have any abilities that would come into effect right now. So, Orcon, Master of the Winds.
He's going to move towards this guy a little bit, the one hiding behind the rock.
You took that the wrong way, Selena.
And seeing that it's not really helping anyone at the moment, I'm going to drop concentration on my wall.
Okay.
Move that, and
You don't have to laugh anymore. He's no longer the master of the winds.
now I'm the master of the beans.
Oh, no, you went there. Oh no, you went there.
Yeah, how is it? How is Gingerbread Head looking?
Gingerbread head. He looks okay. He looks okay.
Oh, okay.
Looks like he's very busy missing Forest.
Well, we're gonna give him some more fun, and I'm gonna take 3 shots at him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be first one, second, and third.
And all 3 hit.
Okay, so first one is 10 Force and 5 Thunder, and he's knocked 10 feet away.
He's knocked 10 feet away. Okay. That's force movement. Unfortunately, Force, you don't get an opportunity attack.
So that is 8 force damage to him, and another 10 feet.
Okay.
Ooh, and then
force damage?
15 force damage, and another 10 feet.
Yeah, you don't
15,
have to
you
knock
said?
him away from me.
Yeah, so basically, I cannot move him anymore. He'd be off the map. So he's right there.
Okay.
On the edge of the map. I do have to say one thing, though, Orcon. As you're making these attacks, you hear this strange noise from about 10 feet away from you that goes... As the other trap that was laid back there is engaged. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Oh, boy. Would you like to use a reroll?
I've got the group saying yeah, so yep, I'll do it this time.
All right, go ahead for the reroll. See if it works.
18.
Oh, and an 18 is enough. You catch it last minute. You're able to kind of like tuck and roll out of the way as this thing goes zinging by you and rolls and clatters into a complete stop in the dust.
Yes, I'm gonna take 2 more steps towards this guy then, and just, that was quite rude. I wasn't even addressing you. And that'll end my turn.
Okay, excellent. That brings us to Hazel.
Hazel looks between the 2 guys. One's hiding behind a rock, and one just got blasted farther away. She just goes, "How the heck am I supposed to do anything right now?" And will... where do I...
Yeah, there's like a carved like line in the dirt where this guy like got pushed back. Like
Yeah.
he's...
I'm gonna move up to here next to Forest, and I'm gonna try poison spray again because I want it to hit somebody at some point in my entire career as this character.
It's gotta work. It's
Gotta
gotta
work
this
one time.
Oh! Natural 20. That
Definitely
does definitely work.
Okay, I feel better now.
24 poison damage. So you hit him.
Mhm.
This poison kind of coats around him. Doesn't seem to do
I
as
figured
much
it
as
might
you
not
would have
do
hoped.
as much, but
It does damage him, but
yes,
not quite as much as you hoped.
it was the... I really wanted to do it. You guys kind of see, even though Hazel's like... When Hazel casts it and it's like coats around him and then drifts off, she looks a little disappointed, but then there's this like secondary like snap into him because of Elemental Fury, the +5 damage for the Druid class. So it's extra like... It's just an extra amount of damage that she gets every time she hits with a Druid cantrip, so she's still happy.
So that is for like another attack coming up? Is that what
No,
it does? It builds up?
it adds to the damage of the attack. So every time I use a Druid cantrip, it's a +5 damage.
Oh, and it
looks
already
like it rolled
included
it
it
as
on there?
part of the 24.
It rolled
Did
it in
roll
as
it
part
in?
of the 24.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted to double check, make sure
Yeah.
we were
It does look like it did
calculating
not roll it
correctly.
as a critical hit, though.
It did not. So
Oh, well, it just has
It
a
was
5 on it, right?
3, 5, and 11 are the dice, and then the +5 is my extra.
So it just it's not a die that's added.
Yeah,
It's just an extra plus
it's just
5.
extra
Okay,
5,
so
yeah.
it wouldn't. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Three couldn't be the dice doubled. It's
No,
not a
no,
number.
no.
So it's
Yeah,
a
that's what we're
crit.
saying.
It didn't roll my crit.
3d12.
Yeah. So roll another
Oh.
3D. You'd have to roll another 3d12.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
3d12 on a cantrip?
Yep.
My
On
goodness.
points of
At
prey.
this level, yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I've got 3 blasts of Eldritch
Yeah,
Blast.
go ahead and
It does have a
roll
short
that.
range,
So
so
an
it costs-
additional
Oh, another 16 damage.
So in this case, another 8.
Yes, but in Hazel's head, that +5 elemental fury is like the part that like gets into his system at the end, like kind of like
And
this crawls into his system.
In Hazel, you definitely learned something that these are in fact resistant to poison damage.
She's a little mad, but she's also okay with what she did.
Here you go. End turn? Alright.
Yep,
Selena,
end turn.
top of the 3rd round.
Selena's very short. Those boulders are very tall, so she has no idea kind of what's been going on other than like the noises she can hear. So she's gonna try and
Yeah, you can
Attack.
definitely guide through. You can move through them right here. There's like a
Yeah.
little pathway you could totally move through without any issue.
You can probably kind of see me through the gap.
Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah, you can probably see Forrest a little bit.
Probably saw him go flying by as it got blasted.
That's true.
I was actually thinking of going below that one, so going back closer to Odd.
Okay.
So she'll end up right there and then ready an attack in case the guy gets closer.
Okay.
That's about as far as she can go. And
So the trigger for your attack is if the guy gets closer to you, you will attack.
if he gets within 5 feet of
Right.
me,
Sure.
or if he takes an attack at, Odd.
So Odd has this one charmed, and I think the command was just to move. You suggested so just to get closer to you.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah, come to Odd.
Spend all his movement. Sorry, I didn't
Spend
realize.
all-
I was
yeah, it's got to spend all of its movement. You suggest a course of activity described in no more than 25 words. One creature you can see within range that can suggestion until you and your allies deal damage to the target. Target pursues the suggestion to the best of its ability. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when the Orkin started moving towards it, I'm like, please don't hit it, don't hit it, don't you hit it. Don't-
That's why I
yeah,
attacked the other guy.
It does move right by you, Orcon, and it's going to move past you. Would you use your reaction to take an opportunity attack against it as it leaves your threat range? Those you look down and you see those 2 bolts sticking out of you. They were given to you by this particular Warforged.
So as it is leaving my threat range, I'm going to make an attack against it.
Okay.
Technically, it is in melee range, so this will have disadvantage.
Right? Technically be about
you have
right.
the Warcaster or whatever.
I have Warcaster, so it's getting
Warcaster.
3 Eldritch Blast shots at it.
Well, you'll still technically be pushing it.
You can use 3. You can use 3 on a reaction like that.
I can cast a spell, and Eldritch Blast casts 3 bolts.
Oh,
Yeah,
As
look at
long
that.
as all
Single
3
spell.
target the triggering creature.
Well done.
It is a single spell, so technically that's
Wow.
what 40 to 45 feet.
So let's see.
Oh, you
First one
can-
is a 17.
17 hits. Oh wait, let me check
Okay.
one more. Oh, 17 does not hit. Do you want to spend any resources on the 17?
I'll try a D6. Why not?
Go for it. Take that D6 and roll it up.
For my next streak, I need a volunteer.
Guess what?
Volunteers.
That one makes it successful. Congratulations.
Okay. Second one was a 20 to hit, so that one will hit.
Yes.
Wouldn't the next one not have disadvantage because you knocked him back 10 feet?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Actually, that first shot would have knocked him back.
Doesn't
Yeah, so the second
Warcaster
would be-
doesn't give you advantage or like wouldn't like negate the. Oh,
No,
I think
it-
it's like I think
No,
there's
that's
another
spell
feat that does
sniper,
that.
I think.
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
Spell Sniper does that one.
Yeah, so you would have knocked them back 10 feet. So yeah, you
Yes,
would
then it would be
technically yeah, you could.
20 and a 30 to hit.
20 and 30 both would hit.
What do you got? 14 force damage for the first one.
14 for the first.
11 for the second.
11 for the second.
And 10 for the third. And each one knocks him back 10 feet.
Well,
Guys, you're
Odd
Genie's
is
rafting.
he's still technically moving closer to you, Odd, so it's still good.
Yeah,
But
it's
I-
just my voice kind of trails off. I need a volunteer. Can you come?
And I think those
You're going the wrong
attacks
way, bud.
immediately take away the charm condition from the
Yeah,
creature. Immediately.
But- And Orkin is now realizing that Odd was talking to the thing and just looks at him and points at the bolts stuck into his chest and just like,
So, it being that you were doing most of the attacking, Orcon, it's going to have a real hard time, but I'm going to go ahead and roll a die anyway to see who it goes after. Let's just roll a d6.
Excuse me.
It's actually going to go after Selena.
Mm.
Seeing that Selena is actually closer now, it approaches, but Selena had a held action to make an attack against a creature that came in within 5 feet.
This is true.
Now, I think reactions, though, is it attack action or is it just one attack for if you held an attack? I cannot remember in the
It
rules.
should be the attack action, I believe.
yeah, I think you would get all of them, I believe. I'm seeing if
I always thought the readied ones worked the other way around.
See, I thought readied attacks, the rules were a little bit different, but I can look. I didn't know if they changed anything in the new rule book or not.
ready action.
There's a ready action.
No, yeah, you're right. The ready action lets you play any action you can take, including attack, but extra attack is only on your turn.
Oh, got it.
Okay,
There
so
it
it
is.
is
One.
Yeah, so
single
Selena,
turn.
you can attack, but you can only make one swipe at this guy as he comes into your range.
Still worth it.
That's fair.
It's one more attack than she would have had otherwise.
That's true.
And this one will be with advantage since I hit the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't hit this guy though, so
But it doesn't matter. You still hit him.
Roll the same number no matter what.
Yeah.
18.
18 total damage. A big swipe as he approaches from the burning blade. And now he's going to unleash on you. He's going to make 3 arm blade attacks against you, Selena. The first one is going to be a 16 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
Miss. Second one is going to be a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
You take 12 slashing damage as the arm blade scrapes across you, piercing your armor. And the last one is a 23 to hit.
The 23 will hit.
23
Sorry.
for an additional 14 points of slashing damage.
You said 14?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, math was...
Math not mathing. It's gonna go ahead and stay there, bringing us to Odd with Forest on deck.
Alrighty. Now that I have your attention, now that you're here, don't you go nowhere. And I am going to cast a spell. Let's see, where is it? Wait, why doesn't it have a button? That's weird. Make a spell attack, but it doesn't have the button to make the spell attack. So I'm just gonna cast. It's gonna show up as Ray of Sickness, but it is not Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
Oh, that was a terrible roll. God. Let me. How many player rerolls we got? Yeah, let me.
Well, we got. You've got a lot of.
Yeah, let me do the.
D6s. You got 5 D12s.
Let
You got
me do a
6
D12.
D10s. You want to do a
I'm
D12?
gonna give a D. I'm gonna do the D12. Yeah, that's the one that we
Alright.
have to do stuff.
Go for it.
Oh wow!
Oh, and that's big because that turns that into a hit.
Alrighty. Now, the description of the spell. You create a pair of grasping hands made from invisible forces. Make a spell attack, blah, 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 blah. On a hit, the creature is restrained as the hands crush their throat or bodily equivalent. If the creature requires air to breathe, it does not, right? It's a Warforged?
Warforged, unfortunately, do not breathe air.
Okay, so we're going to skip those details. However, it is considered restrained. A conscious creature restrained by the hands can use its action to make a strength or dexterity check, its choice, against your spell save DC. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
So it's basically you just got him restrained, and these invisible hands or arcane hands are just strangling, holding him in place.
Yep, it is restrained, and that is the gist of the spell since it doesn't require air. Otherwise, it would start to suffocate.
Suffocating. Got it. All right. Anything else odd?
Yeah, I'm gonna do bonus action. Give the next person to attack this guy advantage.
Okay. Which brings us to Forest.
I'm gonna move back up to this guy again since Orcon keeps knocking him away from me for some reason.
He's trying to make
He's
it a
just trying
little
to
bit more
give you
interesting.
extra steps.
Extra steps, yeah.
You
I'll make
need
a
your
couple
exercise.
attacks.
You're getting a little punch, man.
Jeez.
31 to hit.
31 hits, yes. Can't even parry that one.
That'll be 12 damage from that. And
12 damage.
there it is. And another 9 more from Spirit Shroud.
9 more from Spirit Shroud. He's still standing, but looks very badly hurt, Forrest.
Second attack. Don't think you can parry that one either.
Nope. Gonna take all of that one.
So that is... let's see, I think that's 17 from the sword.
Mm-hmm. With a clean separation, you remove his head from his shoulders.
Ow.
Like a Lord of the Rings movie. And the head goes tumbling and just sticks.
I mean, it is a
into the
lightsaber.
sand.
It would be a clean movement.
It would be a clean, swift attack. And that one is dead as his headless body falls to the ground.
I'll use what little bit of movement I have left to start heading back towards the other.
Okay. That does bring us to Orcon.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with this guy down here, but we got to deal with him. So.
Yeah, you like I said, the hands are invisible, so all you see is like he's
going like this.
grasping his own throat, trying to.
But like wondering what's like, he's not like gasping for air or anything. He's just like wondering what's around his neck.
It's like all you hear is the error message: error 404.
So.
Lungs not found.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try this because I haven't used this one yet.
Oh boy. Oh no. Watch out, chat. Here we go.
Technically, that's a good question. If he hits him with an Eldritch Blast and he's restrained, does he move?
Not if you're holding him. I would say he would probably stay there. Yeah. Yeah. He would do this, like he's restrained by the neck, so his legs would fly up for a second, and then he'd go back down.
Ragdoll in place a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that I really know what's going on. I don't see anything holding him, so I'm just going to try it anyway, because Morgan has no idea this isn't going to work. And I need a strength saving throw, as I am casting.
Does restrain do anything for strength saving throws?
Saving throws affected. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
So just dexterity. Okay, so strength you can still make. Let's see. A 21.
Oh, so that'll save.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Was he Hercules?
They're pretty strong.
And actually, that has no effect. As Organ is trying to send out this, he watches this tiny little like string of lightning, tries to reach out and grab, and just doesn't seem to make a connection.
Doesn't make contact. You got it.
And then, being upset that didn't work, I need another strength saving throw, as I'm going to use my bonus action to try to pull him 5 feet closer.
Okay. Strength saving throw. That is a 15.
So, oh wait, let me double check. Yeah, it's. Okay, so that's going to fail.
Okay.
So I had to math out my saving throw.
So as you're pulling him, you see his legs kind of come up towards you, but his head kind of stays in the same spot. So it's like he's like for a moment he like just like lays flat in the air for a second, and then as your spell kind of dissipates, as your pull dissipates, his legs just kind of like flutter back down towards the ground. It's almost like his head is locked into place.
Be mindful, apparently they like being pushed, but they're immune to being pulled. Not on my turn.
Excellent. Hazel, that brings us to you.
Hazel, hearing that, goes, yeah, they're not normal. Like, poison doesn't bug them. And she's going to move closer. And then she's going to cast, actually, wait, I don't need to be that close to him. Not that it matters, but she would have just walked straight over. And we'll cast a Starry Wisp at him to see. So, like, the little mote of, like, light and energy, like, radiant energy in her hand, if it hits. So 26 to hit.
26 does hit.
19 damage.
19 radiant damage. Wow, a huge impact from these wisps, but still up. Looks very badly hurt from all the damage it's taken. Anything
Hazel
else,
just
Hazel?
shrugs. No, she's
It's like, you're lucky. Wouldn't you have advantage on that roll?
Me?
He's restrained.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
He
restrained.
is technically restrained.
Oh,
might
and
get
auto
crit.
effect as well.
You,
Oh, yeah,
you both
the-
gotta stop talking at the
the
same time. Stop
advantage.
sharing one brain cell.
Hard. It's got to go through all six.
Double
of them, you know?
advantage.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make another roll to see if you roll any better. See if you get a
Nope.
crit on it. Nope.
Nope.
Okay. 26 was definitely better.
Yes.
All right. That will bring us to Selena's turn.
You know, I didn't think of how redundant that was to give advantage on somebody that already has advantage on them. Whoops.
Advantage, it can't hurt.
Hey,
I took advantage of his being taken advantage of, Joe.
might as well just go ahead and secure it, just to make sure, you know?
Disconnect.
They've already been going anywhere else. Selena is gonna take an. She's gonna hit the right button.
I believe you. You have advantage on this attack.
Yes.
This odd is kind of holding him into place. 26 will hit.
And I have an advantage from the last attack.
Well, it's not going to matter much anymore as your blade carves through its midsection. It divides its torso from its legs as the legs just kind of flop to the ground, and the torso just, you see the blue lights flicker for a couple, in its eyes, flicker out and go to black, and its torso remains standing, stationary in the air with its arms down to its sides, still floating there, but the creature is no longer living.
And that's my trick.
Oh, that was
But
you? I didn't do that.
No hands, Mom.
And I'll take
Or
you guys
legs.
out of initiative order as you have eliminated all the threats.
Why are you playing with its body? That's rude.
I don't want to get haunted. Can they haunt you? I don't want to find out. Selena's just gonna poke it. Put it down.
Slowly let it hit the ground.
Drop it.
It hits the ground.
So now that they're dead,
Sleeping. They're in a better place now.
now that they're no longer with us, what do we see?
You're just kind of like looking over the corpse.
Yeah, because you said their eyes stopped glowing.
Yes, the light, the glow of the eye is no longer there. It's just dark pits where the eyes used to glow. You can see they're just metal constructs with wooden structures, almost like kind of like wooden armatures that look like almost like very, very intricate, well-designed kind of armor plates built up for bodies. A lot of different things that are put together. Like there's no organic components to this.
In the end, are we all not just some gods' playthings to be puppeteered with? No? Alright, let's go.
Orgon's just walking away from Odd, hearing that, and goes over and is going to collect Gingerbread Man's head.
Oh my god.
Yeah, easily. You
Gonna
pick it
do
up.
that.
Specifically peel the cookie off.
This way, if we run into that, whoever it is, the Lord of Flies, or whatever he was called,
Wow.
we can prove him that we've already dealt with his people.
Flies. His flies.
You know, Odd wants to carry it, and Orgon's going to toss the head at Odd.
Start juggling.
I wouldn't want to carry it.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Is there anything salvageable on this Warforged, especially the one that's right in front of me that's split in half?
The one in front of you split in half. Like you think you could pull like crossbow bolts from its like it has a crossbow bolt launcher like embedded into its forearm. And there's a compartment that kind of opens up, and it had like additional rounds of bolts in this compartment. It was automatically like reloading the bolt launcher as it would fire at you.
Well, we don't want anybody else finding those and using those against us, so let's take those with us.
Okay. What we'll
So
do is
that's-
we'll roll a d20, and you picked up 19 crossbow bolts.
As I'm seeing Selena messing with this thing's arm, I'm like, oh, you're gonna take that? It
You want
could
it?
come in handy.
He just wanted to make a pun. It's fine.
Get it?
She just starts
Because it's,
waving it like, you want to say that again?
Can I go look at the other one? Do I think if we were to remove that launcher, that one of us could use an automatically reloading crossbow?
Oh my
It doesn't have any triggering mechanism on it. You have a feeling like these things, it was something that they did like mentally. They could think about firing it and it would fire. It wasn't like I can hold this guy's arm and go
Just mounts his hand on your shoulder.
Yes, I become the predator.
Right?
Do I think that if we were to amputate an arm, that it would function in that manner?
You
Oh my
don't
God.
you think amputating the arm would sever the mechanical function that would make it work in the first place. So
I
And
think that would
attaching-
probably amputating his
severing
own arm.
One of our
and
arms and
then
attaching it.
oh yeah, is that what you want to? Orcon's gonna slice off his arm and attach his arm.
And then if it doesn't work, joke's on you.
Storm King's Thunder plug. You can go check out our old streams if you'd like to see Matthew's character chop off his arm and attach a new one.
It was only a hand
Worth it.
and an eyeball.
Yeah, but if you find those here, I wouldn't recommend using them.
I don't want to
So-
fight myself for them. I know where they are. That gnome is psychotic.
Perhaps we should make haste back to the others in the event that these weren't the only ones sent by the Lord of Flies. Whatever his name was.
Blades.
Blades.
Well, we have
Bladed
to go
flies.
collect them from the city, so Perhaps if you wish to return, but we didn't come all this way to go home with empty pockets, did we?
No.
Huh?
You guys
No.
are confusing yourselves. Odd was saying
Yeah.
we should keep going to the city.
Oh, he said go
No,
back.
Odd wants to
I
go
thought he
check
was-
on the veterans.
Oh.
Right, to make sure that
I'm
They're
not
not-
listening.
No, it's just odd. It's the way he speaks. It's confusing. See what I mean? Now he's speaking in...
German.
Hazel was too busy waving with one of the detached arms of one of the things to hear what Odd said. Well, we're like halfway between the two, aren't we?
Chad has a question for you there, Orkin, while you chopped your hand off.
And that prepared him for Vecna. You see, to be prepared for Vecna, you must embody Vecna.
Oh my god.
You
no.
must become the Vecna.
Yeah, what would you have done if we asked for either the eye or the hand of Vecna at the beginning of the adventure?
I would have said no.
Negative
So
ghost,
Sounds
right?
like you just
Is that on
randomly
page?
have.
Is that on the page 1 of the new rulebook? The game
Yeah,
master can say
absolutely.
no.
How about for our big raffle Christmas holiday episode, we put a, what's it called? A challenge on Twitch. We get a certain point, somebody gets a hand or an eyeball. I'm just saying.
I will make those points so ridiculous that no one in a million lifetimes would be able to give that amount of points.
You may be underestimating how many points we have.
I will make it a very, very big number.
Call in all of
Yeah,
our 1,000
Ever
plus
since you
followers.
said we can't spend our own points on our own channel, we have just been skyrocket stockpiling.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we're the only show right now.
It's okay. Friday's back this week. So
No, we're back on Friday, so come spend some points.
Yep.
Oh, I plan to. It's yeah.
Yes,
it's happening.
Razanak, points like Goku's spirit bomb, indeed. Alright. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of an early break here, because this is a good pausing point for us tonight. So we're going to go ahead and take 5 to 7 minutes here, and when we get back, the party will kind of regroup and decide what exactly it is they want to do after this little scuffle with some of the loyalists of the Lord of Blades. So we'll see how that turns out when we get back. So stick with us. We'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for hanging out. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Glad you could be
Oh,
with us.
didn't see you there.
You're practicing.
Welcome
All
to
The party has just recently dealt with an ambush of sorts by some Lord of Blades loyalists. They defeated them all and are now contemplating what to do next. So what would you guys continuing on to the city as your intended plan? Or what would you guys be up to?
Now that you phrase it that way, looking at this, like how they were situated and going back to the beginning of the fight, do I get the sensation that they were lying in wait? Or were they just sort of walking and we didn't notice?
What skill do you think you'd be using to determine this? Because whatever skill you choose would kind of determine the answer that I give you.
Uh-oh.
I'm probably leaning
Like,
towards
are
you tracking them? Like, are you looking for tracks on where that would be more survival? If you're using,
as we were walking and we were talking about what we were going to be doing, did I see people did I see movement in them coming over?
You didn't see any movement because honestly, the fog, the natural fog of this place, you can't see anything like past like 60 feet.
Okay.
So it would be hard to kind of like determine that without like doing a little bit of investigation or tracking or something like that.
And then I'll spend a little time looking around where we saw them sort of come out of over in this area.
Yeah.
Direction.
Okay.
And just start looking like by the trees, by the rocks, looking for any signs that they were like hanging out, cigarette butts.
Okay.
A butt
Go ahead.
where somebody was sitting on the ground.
This sounds like investigation, so go ahead and roll that. As Odd is over there shuffling his massive deck of cards.
15.
15. Yeah. So you're looking for clues. Like you can see like their footprints in this. I want to call it sand, but it's not exactly sand. Like it's just like arcane scorched earth around this place. It doesn't seem like they came from the direction you were headed. Like you guys are headed more north. It looks like these individuals came from the west.
And
So
their tracks don't look like they were standing around, like they didn't pause here for long.
It doesn't seem like they were here for long. No.
Okay.
They came across us, not we're waiting.
Information?
Right. Organizer is okay. Wait a minute. Were these guys waiting? Have we been set up? Was somebody had these people waiting for us, knowing we were heading this way?
Right. did you
Raznak
share
says
that
in chat
information
that
with
you've
the
got
rest of
some
us?
chain smoking robots.
Sometimes you just need to smoke.
Marlboro, man.
Everybody take 5.
That's right.
Don't smoke, kids.
I was about to say.
You end up
As a
like
PSA, don't smoke, kids.
You end up like a robot. But do you share that information with the rest of the group?
Yep.
All right.
Because I'm assuming somebody's probably noticed that Orkin's down on the ground, like looking at footprints, crawling around, following them.
Probably just
Perhaps it was less
random
of an
scouting group.
ambush. Yeah, less
Hazel
of an
probably would have
ambush, more
joined.
of a coincidence.
Hazel would have joined Orkin to help him with this, but really she's just like on the ground next to him because she's trying to be a supportive friend.
taking little pieces of robots like Legos, putting them
Yes.
back together.
There's a bunch of
I'm
shiny.
certain if we can find them all, we can put them back together.
He looks over and
Oh.
Hazel has like a pile of like trash in her hands.
Now, Odd did steal that head, though.
I know, I wanted the head.
Oh, would you like another head? There was another whole half robot down there.
Ooh, and Hazel runs to the other robot.
I mean, I chopped that one clean off. It's a perfectly good head.
Yes, but I gave it to Odd.
Oh, I thought he took the other one.
We collect heads. The end.
We try to stay
I
ahead.
mean, we are headhunters. We're here to do a job, right?
You may all add Warforged head to the party inventory.
Oh my god. Let's see if that fetches a pretty penny.
Yeah, I mean, it might.
I've got this unique paperweight. Oh,
Maybe we don't show this to them in the city though.
How many are we taking?
3.
Are you taking all 3?
Wear it on a necklace like
I
a
mean, if
hip-hop
you're
medallion.
taking one, you might as well.
We got space in the bag of holding. I just need to know how much they weigh.
What sort of check do I make to see if Orca knows whether or not Warforged heads will decompose?
Oh my god.
Make an intelligence check.
Well, I think anything in the bag of holding stays fresh anyways, right?
No.
No.
No?
No, it doesn't. Okay.
The opposite.
You have no idea, Orcon.
All I can try to say is,
Well, only one way to
I mean, the
find out.
metal would probably find the wood I'm worried about.
It's not. It's just the wood is the only like what would be like counted as organic material,
Like,
I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Should be
no,
fine.
Probably a way to
I've been
preserve it,
walking
though.
around. So shall we continue on?
Chat's on a roll tonight. When D&D TSA asks you why you have 3 robot heads.
They just rolled our direction?
It's
Question mark?
it's business more than pleasure. Just overlook it.
As he's saying business more than pleasure, Halo says pleasure more than business, and the whole thing goes sideways.
Run!
Chase it!
We should probably get to the city so we can get back.
Yeah.
If there's more of these things around,
this-
you know.
If this wasn't premeditated, it doesn't seem like an ambush. I doubt that they're going to be attacking
No,
us
but
anytime soon.
when these ones fail to return,
They will send somebody looking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
Onward.
I figure that could be. Who knows how long distances are
weird, and things move.
malleable.
I'm just about ready to start a new poll, everybody. The question will be, how many robot heads will the party collect? The answers will be less than 5 or more than 5.
Huh.
The poll begins now. So if you'd like to vote in chat, you
So
may.
if 5 is the number, that means we got more.
This is his way of getting you to spend your promo points.
It's a money
So many
grab,
promo
folks. It's a
points.
money grab.
I have so many promo points. This doesn't even hurt.
Jesus. All right. So I guess Odd is gonna agree with Orkin and start heading in the direction of the meeting point. My headphones just reset.
Ialos.
the city,
Yeah, city.
Yeah, I can't hear you. That's great.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yours probably did what mine did that one time. All right. So.
Is there anything else that we can take from the Warforges?
Okay. So Selena's like looking around. The one big Warforged that Forrest lopped his head off.
Mhm.
His sword was not like a part of his arm. He was actually holding it. So you could take his long sword. There doesn't look to be like, it looks to be like pretty standard. It's pretty heavy, but it looks to be just kind of like a normal longsword. Also, the crazy thing about that individual is it looked like he had some kind of shoulder thing that was attached that was filled with javelins.
Okay.
So with a little bit of maybe tinkering, or kind of, you feel like maybe you could get some of the javelins out of it if you were to make some sort of maybe a sleight of hand check.
Can I
Or
use
if you
my
had
crowbar?
anything. Can you use what?
My crowbar.
Absolutely. Give yourself advantage on it. Are you just trying to like force it open with the crowbar?
Just to give it some leverage.
Okay, yeah,
Not
go ahead and
the-
make it with advantage as you get the crowbar out and just jam it in and 15. Yeah, you remove, like, you bend and remove as the side panel kind of snaps and pops open, and you have access into this part. You can see this thing had like a javelin launcher on its shoulder. Never got a chance to use, obviously.
All right, I'm
Okay,
back.
But you can take the javelins out. And there are 9 javelins in there that you can take.
Yeah, I don't want anybody else getting those. That could hurt.
how much do I think the bodies weigh?
They're pretty heavy. These things are made of like really kind of thick metal and wood. So
Yeah, I do not think it's worth dragging the bodies.
No.
We shouldn't leave them just laying here.
That's a fair point. We could kind of tuck them up against one of these rocks.
Do I think between the 3 of them that it would be more than 500 pounds?
gosh, let me check something really fast. I think Warforged are really heavy.
Are we still at the bodies?
Yeah. Everybody's
No.
still like looking around here.
Yeah.
Warforged weight. Let me see.
Since there's definitely more hostiles or potential for that, I don't want to leave any weapons. She's going to explain all this to Odd.
I'd say
I
the
don't want
larger
somebody's
one The larger one probably weighs about 400 pounds. The smaller ones weigh probably about around like 280.
Get in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one smaller one down there. Or I know one died over here, so roughly. The other one died over in this section.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they're sort of tucked behind rocks a little bit as far as Orkin's concerned.
There was the one right beside Selena that is laying there. That's the only one that's really visible from this, like, what would be like a path or a road. But that's it. Like, the other ones are kind of far back off, tucked in between the rocks. That if anybody, and two, you got the fog that's kind of blocking everybody's vision.
Yeah. Perhaps we can just move, the two halves of this one. Throw it over behind the rocks.
Let's just Hazel will start dragging like the torso like by one of the arms and just
Grab an ankle and start dragging.
Yeah.
Dragging it. Absolutely. Oh, our poll has ended in a tie.
Which means we'll get exactly 5, obviously.
Which means you'll get exactly 5 heads. That's right. So as you guys are dragging this, with all of you kind of helping out, it's not an issue to drag them back in between the rocks and kind of tuck them away.
You get one leg, I'll get the other.
J-Chan?
We are gonna weekend at Bernie's this.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are able to clear the battlefield. You're able to get everything kind of tucked away and hidden with ease.
Throw some of the
Onto the city, I
dustiness.
suppose.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys move forward, as you're getting closer, you guys can start to see that like silhouetted image in the fog of that windmill that was described to you as like the center of the city from Mercy when you guys met him. When you guys get closer and closer to the city, I'm going to take you to a new map. Just so you guys can get like the basic layout of this place. I'm going to ping you and hopefully you guys can see. Are you able to see here?
Yeah.
Yep.
This one isn't in color. It's just going to give you this kind of idea of what the city looks like. The city is a ruin. You can see that there's structures all around that are crumbling. It looks like that what is here is just leftover from the day of mourning, from when this terrible arcane happening took place here. A windmill towers above this ruined village. The windmill's sides and blades are reinforced with badly rusted steel plates, and the attached wooden outbuilding is in shambles. There's muddy roads that separate the mill from the ruined buildings around it. In the center of a nearby intersection stands an eroded stone statue of a humanoid draped in many sheets of colorful scraps of cloth. You guys do see that there are a couple of these Warforged standing around the town. I will say that you haven't come close enough into town yet that they're able to like see you to respond or anything, so I'll leave it up to you guys how you guys want to approach.
Is the star the windmill? Or is that the statue?
Star is the statue that was described in the box text. The windmill is actually beyond
Farther
the
back.
statue, probably by about 30 feet, and you can see it kind of towering above.
Okay.
So how are we approaching these individuals?
Mercy said we could be here. We're looking for Mercy. That's it, right?
Pretty much just gonna stroll up.
Okay.
Fine.
Selena definitely would have put out her sword by now.
Let's phrase it differently, though. Let's not approach the gates going, we're looking for mercy. Have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
This Warforged over to the right kind of does approach a little bit and says, "Halt! What brings you to Ialos?"
Oh, good whatever it is. We are here. We ran to a friend of yours, I believe, Mercy. We're looking to speak with them.
Them sounds good.
Mercy's expecting you. Please, follow me. And
he's a rather chipper fellow, isn't he?
Warforged turns around and starts walking back towards the windmill. So it's kind of like leading you guys in that direction. We don't have to like move around the map. This is more kind of just so you guys get the idea of what this place looks like kind of deal.
Well, our shadows are enabled, so I couldn't tell you where you were going until I moved.
Okay. I will put the map on for our Twitch friends so they can see as well. So they can see that the statue is in the center. There's a lot of ruined buildings around. You guys are headed towards the back. You can see there's 2 other Warforged kind of standing around. But they don't seem to respond to you guys at all as the one Warforged moves back and kind of opens... wait, doors... would you like to turn it on for you? Yes. Open the door. And you guys... the Warforged just kind of like gestures towards the door into the side of the windmill here. And you can see... Orcon, you can see Mercy is like standing in the center here as you walk in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Whatever it is, my friend.
Oh, you made it.
Yes, only slightly worse for wear. How was your own journey back?
Uneventful, which is always a good thing.
Yes, we had the displeasure of running into some of the Blade Lord's friends.
Oh.
Gonna take the form of the gingerbread guy. Kind of looked a little like this.
Kind of startled a little bit as he steps back. It was like,
sorry. Switch back to normal.
It's an excellent trick. So many excellent tricks.
He's very much full of them.
I'm full of something.
Do you have a word for manure in this realm? But more...
I just thought of something in my head. I'm not going to say
I want to know.
But more importantly than that, we ran into those veteran people you told us about.
The Cyrans?
Yes. We had a fascinating conversation with them, and we think...
They talked to you?
Yes, we approached and conversed with them, and we actually think we've come to an agreement with them. They have agreed to meet and speak with whatever leadership for your group here in the city, utilizing the 5 of us as mediators of a sort, so that we can put an end to the hostilities between the 2 of you.
Make a persuasion check. Orcon.
Let me just make sure. Okay, don't have that. Persuasion.
Would you like to spend any party resources, Orcon?
Seems like an important one. I'm just saying.
What do we think? Should I burn a D8?
Can I?
Do we have any promos?
Since I have expertise, not just proficiency, can I assist and grant him advantage?
You have expertise in what?
Persuasion.
How would you chime into the conversation to help? Roleplay it out.
When I see him rolling a 12, I get concerned and I roll. I roll also. No, I'm just kidding. When he starts stumbling over his words, I would chime in and, you know, try to help him sell it to Mercy.
Okay. Tell us how.
All right. If you 2 want to start the persuasion conversation, and I'll chime in.
If we can have this sit-down meeting, perhaps we can get them to stop coming after the... forgive me, I forgot what you referred to them, the orbs that you revere?
The docents.
Yes, and then gonna start looking around like the docent things.
Come with me. I want to show you something important. And Mercy starts to walk to these stairs. That seem to go down below the surface. And
Follow.
Mercy's gonna walk down.
Stumble.
And are you guys all gonna follow Mercy? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
Let me take you all. I'm gonna take you all to a new map. Well, it's a new portion of this map, so I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna. Oh, stop moving, Odd.
Sorry.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Stay still. I'm gonna move you to here.
Hey, my
Shift
health
ping.
dropped again. That was weird.
That is weird. Oh, it's because I had these tokens already preset on this map, so you probably set it on the token on the other map. So you guys walk downstairs. It takes you into the lower chamber of this place. And what you notice is that the first thing you see is that there are bodies of deceased Warforged that are neatly lined up and carefully secured to the wall around the edges of this place. And they're secured in a position where their arms are kind of perfectly crossed upon their chest. Like this. And their legs are kind of just like super like close together. They're almost like standing at attention with their arms crossed.
Like they're at rest.
Like they're at rest.
Mummies.
As Orkin's noticing this, he also sees a little sign that says Game Master Reroll on it on one of them.
Oh, really? Excellent. Yes. I particularly enjoy that Warforged. That. Thank you, Nikki Rain. I will spend it wisely as I'm up to 9, guys.
No.
Thank you, chat. I love that chat supports me.
I don't love
Not
that
a
you're
fan,
stockpiling them.
I have been holding on to them a little bit too much.
Yeah, you hoard them.
I do. I'm terrible.
I mean, the last 2 big things we fought, we stunned and killed. So
Yeah, I gotta be
I
prepared
like it when the
for
fight
that.
goes like
So you guys also see there's a kind of like this pedestal in the center. There's almost like kind of like a support in the middle to help kind of support the ceiling of this basement. Around that pedestal there is this strange kind of, I want to say like display area, but you can see several of these round metal spheres or orbs. And I'm going to apologize to you guys. I described the look of a docent a little bit not like incorrectly last time, as I described it as kind of like a Pokeball, which it's actually a little bit smaller. It would fit in the palm of your hand, and it looks like it has these like kind of like colored gemstones that almost look like they're coming out of it, like as if they were like pierced with like gemstones. So that's kind of what a docent looks like. So I'm going to retcon that. Pretend in the previous episode that I described it like that. You can see that there are several of those in this, like, around this pillar, in this, like, display table that goes around.
Those are pretty.
Holy bedazzled golf balls, Batman. Look at that.
You can also see around the room, there are some tapestries that are hanging from the walls, like in between the Warforged that are hanging here. There are some intact sculptures, even leather-wrapped oil paintings that are carefully like piled in the corner. These look like pretty valuable relics.
Mercy, I appreciate you bringing us down here. What is the purpose of this room?
This is where we honor the fallen. This is where we keep our most sacred items safe.
And wait, when we're seeing these tapestries, are they warforged on the tapestries, or?
Make a history check for me.
Lena's gonna go over to the paintings.
Them some parties.
Yeah, you have no idea. We're not a clue.
Near idea.
Near idea.
What can I say? I made a deal for my power. I'm not book learned.
So, Odd is gonna look at these docents and then these presumably corpses along the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna roll an investigation check, and
Ooh,
I want
that's
to
a
see
good
if I
one.
get the idea that they are reanimating these corpses using the docents as a means of revival.
Your idea that you're getting looking around this is just a way to. This is kind of like this is a graveyard.
Okay,
This
so
is
no
how
foul
they-
play of playing God or anything like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't see any indication that they were trying to do anything. It just looks like this is their main storage hub, and this is where they're keeping everything safe.
Now, would you allow me while I'm investigating the area to go ahead and also try to identify the tapestries?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to snoop around the tapestries. Anybody else doing anything right now while you guys are while he's doing that?
Lena was gonna go look at the paintings.
Okay. What exactly about the paint? Do you want to just do it like a general investigation, or do you want to do like is there a certain skill that you want to apply to it, or what is it about the paintings that intrigues you, Selena?
So I was gonna look and see, one, if I recognized anything that's in them, but also, if they're easy to move, like if there's anything on the back written about what's in the painting on the front.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check for me on that. Odd, you're not really getting anything from looking at these tapestries. It's because this is being in this place, this Eberron place. You don't have too much experience to go by, being from a completely different realm.
They are also cloth.
Yes, it's a very nice cloth, isn't it? I'm sure you can get a pretty penny for it.
So you just see Odd and Orkin in the corner rubbing the tapestry. Cloth, good, cloth. Very good. Somebody help us.
Selena, you
Yeah,
do
these
find a
paintings do
couple.
look quite nice.
You kind of can see on the back that yes, the paintings are definitely authentic and real, but they don't look like they have anything to do with Warforged. Like it seems
will
to
say-
you like these were like leftover relics from the country the country of Seer, which was what existed here prior to the Day of Mourning. These could be worth a lot of money.
Mr. Mercy, sir, how did you get these?
We've collected them over time. In the outskirts, while we're searching for docents, sometimes we stumble upon other artifacts and trinkets that haven't been too badly damaged. In those cases, we bring them here.
If I may interject,
Yes?
I'm assuming that's a yes.
Everybody just stares at Odd for a minute.
If I may interject, come on,
follow
tell me
that
yes.
No, be silent.
The people. No, you're done here. The upcoming negotiation between the veterans and yourselves, their main concern is survival, which they seem to
If
They
their
seem to
main
be
concern
lacking.
is survival, why are they always attacking us?
They are lacking money to survive. They need sustenance. I understand that your people don't need sustenance, don't need sleep, don't need provisions and whatnot, but they are fleshy, such as us, and they do not have the money or the means to survive. So instead of these Dawsons being shared, maybe you have something else of value that you could offer them that you find along your ventures, and that way you can keep your Dawsons and give all this other less meaningful things to you as a means for them to survive.
All right,
do
well, here's
additionally
where you
think there's
here's where
been-
you make your additional persuasion rolls.
See,
So-
clever DM, clever.
Real quick
All right.
here,
I only rolled a 33.
Oh my gosh!
real quick for player knowledge. Are the veterans of the country that used to be here?
I think that's,
That's
what they said.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told you that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I couldn't remember if it was similar sounding or if they were actually from here.
Yeah, it was kind of like
So-
one of those situations where you guys kind of felt like, because remember when you guys asked them if they wanted to leave and they were kind of like hesitant about it because this is like their home, you know? It's kind of like
So in other words,
they could, but they didn't really want to. It's kind of like we're just, but
This is my land.
yeah, and Warforged are living in their houses.
These are my grounds.
33.
Yep. Perhaps you can coexist.
If gold is what they need, we will gladly give up anything of value as long as they will stop trying to take our docents.
And perhaps they could even help you look for the docents as well. Maybe you can come to some sort of an agreement to coexist and be best friends.
That's actually a wonderful idea. Yes. If you're working together, that's more of you as one congealed unit. If the Blade Lord's goons show up trying to claim them, there's more of you to defend them.
That's actually a great idea. We're separated and disjointed like we are. The Lord of Blades could easily gain hold of this land. But with us working together, we could stop any danger or violent invasion from them. As long as they're willing to talk, as long as they're willing to go with this, I don't see why not.
Well, Mazel tov then. Let us head to the meeting spot. We brought them. We didn't want to bring them to the city to you, so we brought them. They're about
Couple
300
hours, I would say.
yards, 600 yards outside the city.
Bit more than that.
Distances are strange in this realm.
It's true. It could have shrunk to 600 yards for all we know.
But
Indeed.
is there, Mercy, who would you like? Is there anyone else that you would like from your entourage to travel with us? And I will
What
offer my
about that
personal
guy?
guarantee of your safe return back to the city, regardless.
And Hazel pipes up really quick and just says, only 3 of you should come. They only have 3 representatives as well. We don't want to make it look like you're showing up in force.
Right, we do not want to intimidate them. So why don't we bring that guy? I point at a random Warforged and
On the wall?
nope, one of the ones,
One of the live ones.
Oh. one of the live ones, and just
Well,
change
they're,
into.
They're up. Oh, they were upstairs still, so they.
Yeah,
wouldn't-
they're not in the
wouldn't
room
be
with
around.
us.
All
Okay,
the only
well,
other ones with
point-
you are dead ones on the wall.
Point at a dead one then, and change form into that one. I can come along with you and help convince them. I am very convincing.
We could just let
Blink,
them
blink.
talk to themselves.
Right now, you are taking the persona of Dash, who is very fast, but he could not escape the clutches of the loyalists of the Lords of Blades. Unfortunately, he met his downfall.
Yeah, you're making Mercy sad.
And not only that, do we not think that the veterans would be concerned if one of our group was just missing all of a sudden? Maybe that
we're not.
shady, sneaky person is hiding in the fog out to get us.
Can we just stop with the messing around business and have a nice, normal conversation?
Because we're trying to succeed in the conversation.
I think
and this is my forte. I mean, I have an expertise in this whole
Mercy.
This is the whole build.
Says, look, I would rather. I only have 3 Warforged here currently in Ialos. The rest are out foraging. I prefer just to go myself. I feel safe with all of you.
Just you alone?
I will
Then
go
so
alone.
shall it be.
Whoa.
Well, as long as we're there, should be all right.
Raznak, the rest are out warforging. Nice. I like that.
Womp womp.
I believe you mispronounced foraging.
War foraging, that's right. I love it. So, Mercy does go with you. Odd, are you still taking the form of Dash?
No, since he says he wants to go alone.
You have a sense, you don't even have to make an insight roll to sense that it kind of made Mercy a little uncomfortable.
Out of character question to the group. Should we tell Mercy where the ones that we beheaded are? Do you think he cares?
No.
Since they fought against us, but they're still Warforged?
Orkon wouldn't bring it up because we're carrying 3 of their heads. And given that he has these
He
things
would
like
find decapitated
standing
ones.
at, like they're at rest, standing at
Like an honored rest. Yeah, I'm not bringing up that we...
It's like, yeah, we hacked up and dismembered members of your race.
We told Mercy we got in a fight and defended ourselves and survived.
I don't think that came up, actually.
No,
Yeah, Organ mentioned it.
literally told Mercy. We
That
got in a fight on the way
some,
here,
the Blade Lords people.
but we found some people that you want to talk to. Da 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 da. So, like, yeah.
Wasn't sure because he said others are out foraging, and we killed these guys, but these guys
were Lord of the
attacking
Blades
us,
guys,
so-
yeah.
You guys are getting the idea that the Lord of Blades folks are Warforged extremists.
That are
who
still
are
made for war on, like, Mercy's group, that are made for looking for a new
the way
purpose.
that they attacked you with no hesitation gives you guys the idea that these guys are just out for blood. But Mercy's group seems to be when they met Orkon from the get-go, they wanted to know more about him. They didn't just try to bloody murder him right there as he just flies into their little foraging party.
Never happened. That was all odd.
Okay. So
you definitely get the idea that the alignments are definitely different between the two groups.
Mercy said he was going to come with us by himself. Selena's going to ask Mercy, since you're the only one coming with us, do you need to tell anybody that you're coming, what's going on, what you're doing? In case it turns sour. Not that we think it will, but just in case.
I will tell the watchmen of the city, but that is all.
Okay.
And Mercy actually heads up the steps from this place. All you can choose to follow if you wish. And he basically just starts like walking towards the statue out of the windmill and looks to you guys kind of for direction on where to go to meet with this group, is letting you guys kind of like lead the way.
How comfortable would it be with our way back?
South. That's all I know.
This way.
South down the road. That
I would
Mercy
say,
pointed us on.
who's going to be our trailblazer here? Who's going to be the one that kind of guides the party? Who would think they would be the best at survival?
Maybe.
I have a +10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lean
I'm
towards
just
the
saying
druid
no,
on
man.
this one.
I got a +6, so.
sitting
I
on
already
that.
got lost here once and I met people. I'm not getting lost again.
Am I actually the
I think
one
you
in
might
the-
be the survivalist,
He's
Hazel.
the only one with a wisdom above like 12, I'm
Probably.
pretty sure.
Okay, this is terrible news.
I will have you make a survival check to make sure if you can guide the party back, because it's still foggy, it's going to be...
It
Would you like to
bounced.
spend party
have
resources?
things. You rolled
Well,
a 2, so maybe a reroll.
Yeah.
It can only get better.
Yeah.
Would
No,
you
it can't.
reroll?
It can go one more. Terrible.
Technically.
I'll do a
those-
reroll.
No, it's gonna go better.
Reroll. Okay. Player rerolls. Here we go. Another. That's
Right.
better. That's better.
Yay.
That's better.
Might be good enough, honestly.
That's better.
I'm annoyed.
You know, there is a point where you kind of stop with the party and you're like, wait a second. Not sure I remember this. And you regather your bearings a little bit. Somebody points out some familiar rock with kind of like a strange piece of like darkened moss that kind of reaches over the side. I remember that part. And you start walking in that direction. Eventually you start to find some of your footprints in this strange dark brown sand as you move your way past. You find the spot where you got in a little scuffle and you just kind of keep on moving through kind of quick so Mercy doesn't see anything that might have happened. Even though you're not sure he would even care.
We did hide the bodies.
And you move past and you move back and you can start to see the silhouettes of the tents that are set up from your veteran friends, from the full orc and the 2 halflings.
And if I remember, I told them that I would blow the horn when we were coming back to warn them, right?
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
you did, yes.
To not attack.
As we
Yeah.
start getting closer,
And I will take us back to that just kind of like main map. Because you guys are just south of Ialos here.
yeah. So make sure I sort of move away from everybody so I don't get anybody in the area of effect.
Okay. What does this horn sound like? Is it just like is it a deep kind of like a dwarven horn, or is it like a really bright
Like a moped
black?
horn.
Think of the horn from the Battle at Helm's Deep.
Got it. Like
Oh.
it's just like just
This is not so-
echoing horn. Nice. Raznak wanted to be the Dukes of Hazzard horn.
Oh my god.
Chat's on fire.
Okay. And
So
then it
this
has
thing's
a
rumbling.
20% chance to blow me up, so
Oh boy. There you go.
Thank
Wow,
you.
how'd you find that so quick?
I have it for a spell that I haven't learned yet.
It's coming up eventually.
Eventually.
Uh-oh.
Me too. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
so 20% on a D20. What's that? That's
Would be a 1 or
Yes,
a
that-
2, right?
yeah. So that fails.
Oh no.
Put yourself
I'm causing
up.
the horn
On
to
D20, it's 1 to 4
explode.
even.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
What did
no.
you do?
He just exploded the horn.
No.
So wait,
I feel like you
20%.
could use this as just a normal horn. You didn't have to use the magic
Yeah, I
effect.
feel like it's just a
Oh.
horn.
You can use it as just a horn? Or does it
I don't
have
see
to
why
be
you
used
wouldn't
as the
be
I
effect
feel like you
too?
should be able to choose to activate the magic in an
You
item,
can
right?
take a magic action to blow the horn.
You could take a
which
magic
emits
action. You could also
thunderous
just
blast.
take an action.
And then it says each
Uh,
use of the horn's magic.
Each use of the horn is I would say this does happen because it's a magic
God.
item. Oh man. So the Battle of Helm's Deep horn rings out, and then all of a sudden you guys just see this bright blast in front of Orcon as he takes 34 points of force damage and gets blasted backwards and starts rolling back behind you guys upon the sand. And there's just pieces of crumpled up metal and things that used to be the horn just lying scattered all over the ground as smoke is just drifting off of Orcon.
Was it supposed to do that?
I don't think so. Hazel runs over
Mercy's just like, what just happened?
He sounded the horns of hell.
I might have warned them that we were coming so they didn't attack. I don't believe
Razanak, in defense of you guys, I hate to stop the roleplay right now, but Razanak did say in chat, player reroll ? Technically, you could use a player reroll.
We know who this is playing.
Yeah,
but if you want to go with it, if you want to roleplay it out,
I'm going with
good
it.
with it.
But Orca's had this out like 3 or 4 times to use it. Like, was going to use it to lure the astral monsters away from the others. He's like, no, there's a reason he didn't get to use it before, and this is why. It was one use, and
Literally
it was going to blow up in his face.
When Hazel gets over to Orcon and she crouches down to him, that the second she touches his shoulder, that like fey energy flows out of her from him, and I'm gonna use Balm of the Summer Court to give him some healing back.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you.
21 healing back,
very well.
plus
2 6s.
4 temp hit points because I used
Plus-
4 charges of it.
Plus 4
Oh,
temp.
wow. Okay.
Now, if you still have your temp hit points from before,
He doesn't.
it wouldn't
don't
Oh,
stack.
no, I just lost all those.
Yeah, you would have cleaned you out, right? Yeah, that's right.
Between the crossbow bolts that hit me and then an explosion in my face. Yeah.
You know, like imagine like, you know, a cartoon character that just got like blown up with like the black charred marks all over the face, the hair everywhere, and the smoke rolling off of
Literally,
you.
picture Elmer Fudd holding the shotgun up like this, and then it blows out.
Blows up in his face. That's right. Exactly.
Hazel looks down at him and just goes, "Seriously?"
Maybe next time we just get you a regular horn.
And as you guys are saying this, you can see that the veterans are running up. It looks like they have weapons. And the orc female's like, Did the Warforged try to hurt you?
No.
No. He
No,
did this to himself, quite honestly.
I blew up my horn.
He blew his horn.
I blew it a little too hard.
I blew up my horn.
They all look at you very confused, Orcon.
So apparently, it's the first time I've used the horn. Apparently, if you don't do it just right, it disintegrates rather violently.
They kind of like take their weapons and just kind of, they're still holding them, but they hold them down to the side. And so what now?
Oh, I apologies. And we'll gesture towards Mercy. This is Mercy, the elected delegate from the city, who's here to sort of discuss the negotiations to cease the hostilities and perhaps find a way to help you gain the finances you need.
Mercy kind of bows. I am Mercy. I see that, well, I've come to know that the reason that you continue your attacks upon our city and my people, that you are looking for coin. Is this true? And you can see that the Caliph looks and says, she looks a little kind of like afraid to admit it. So there's something lying under the surface there. As she kind of chimes in, she has a little hesitation. And then says, yes, unfortunately, yes. We're searching for artifacts and valuables such as these docents that we know you have many of, to be able to sell in the markets outside of the Mournland so that we can continue to survive. We are all that's left of our group. And Mercy kind of looks back and says, well, this group here, they believe that we have some items, some things that might be of use to you. We would be willing to depart with those if an agreement could be made between both of our groups to stop the hostility and possibly even to join an alliance against the Lord of Blades and their terrible army that they're building. You can see, like, Caleb looks to the two halflings that are standing beside, and Caleb kind of looks and says to you all, it like kind of looks to the whole group and says, what valuables do you have that might be able to help us?
So, the ones we saw immediately, they have a rather large selection of what appear to be some, and you're going to lean in a little conspiratorially towards them, some extremely valuable artwork. I mean, it was stunning. It's original from, it's not of them. It's all original to this area. At least, I'm assuming it's original. It's not Warforged.
You're talking...
Lena's gonna hold up like a quick sketch she did. Something like this.
Oh. That's beautiful. I recognize this piece. That could be quite valuable. They're all originals?
Mm-hmm.
As far as we could make it out, yes.
Well, not the sketch. The sketch is specifically Selena's.
Something
we
else
can't sell that to you as well.
Something else we mentioned to
everybody else face palms.
Leans a little closer and tries to sort of whisper this to the three veterans. And something else we discussed or sort of hinted at to them was if you make this alliance and you go out looking together, they claim the docents that they revere, and you get the benefit of the other items, which they have been sort of squirreling away. This way, both of your groups are safer when you go out, and you both come home with what you need.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me again here, Orcon. Since you're kind of taking the lead on these persuasive roleplay moments.
I will take that one.
Oh, look at that. Natural
I wrote all very carefully when you asked.
You thought about exactly what to say the whole way over.
That's right. Yeah,
knocked some sense into
Yeah,
him.
it was
that's
all
why
the
he
horn.
blew the horn wrong, because he was thinking about what to say.
The horn somehow, when it exploded, instilled some arcane energy about him.
Horn blows up and I sit up looking like odd.
Caleb kind of like looks at you and says, "You know what? That sounds great."
Mercy was pretty keen on the idea as well. I think it's the way to go here.
And I know what they're talking about with this group that's loyal to this Lord of Blades, and they're just absolutely vicious. They want nothing but the death of folks like you and I.
Oh, we're aware.
Anyone who is not a Warforged, they will slaughter.
They certainly tried.
Or die trying.
Well, that's true. Well, that's great. Can you? That's a deal. I'm sold. Mercy, we are very sorry, and we accept your offer. How do we go about the exchanging of the items and things of that nature? I don't know how this all works.
Well, you don't exactly have the best living situation, so perhaps it would be in your benefit to, so to speak, stay under the same roof. It would also create a better defensive strategy should this Lord of Blades come mowing, so to speak.
Mercy, would you be willing to invite us into Ialos? Mercy kind of looks towards Calith, and you can see she looking at Odd and everybody's. Ialos is the best option for a defensive position within this realm. As long as we have an agreement, and we're trusted agreement, then you may enter. And we will make sure that you get the valuables that you seek. And Kayla kind of looks at all of you, looks at the halflings, and then settled. An alliance is made. We will head to Ialos. And it seems like the halflings start to go and start to pull up the camping materials and get their tents all packed up and get their packs ready. Is there anything that you guys wanted to discuss while this is taking place off to the kind of the side?
Actually, went a bit smoother than I expected, quite honestly.
I think they're all tired of fighting and dying.
Imagine both groups have lost quite a few, yeah.
I'd lean over to Orkin and mention, well, now that that's out of the way, perhaps we should start pursuing our own adventure.
We need to head back with them to get the docent.
Mercy said they would help us after we helped them, so now we'll just follow our part of the deal. It'll be fine.
It seems like after the camp is picked up, Mercy starts leading the way back towards Ialos, as you guys all kind of as a group with the Cyran Veterans in tow make your way back to the windmill and the statue draped in cloth. I'll go ahead and take you guys back over to that map just so you guys got an idea how it's laid out.
That's inside the windmill.
Oh yeah, you guys are still inside the windmill. Here you go. You guys are outside the windmill. And I will put. I have a GM layer. I've got the token layer for the Cyrans here, as they are also with you. Calith and her two halfling friends are there. And at this moment, like, we don't have to roleplay the whole sequence out, but Mercy goes and gets all the valuable artwork and tapestries out from the lower part and brings them up to the veterans and gives them to them. And you can tell, like, they all recognize the symbols and the colors and the depictions on these artworks and stuff. And not only is it valuable as in they could get a lot of money for it, but it is personal history for them. And it means something to their culture, where they came from. Most of it has been destroyed around here, but yet these valuables exist. And you can tell, like, they're going to have a hard time probably selling this stuff, but you know, like, deep down, they realize the reality is they're going to probably have to do it in order to maintain any sort of way of survival here. So that's the general, like, outcome you get of that, as that whole sequence takes place.
Lena's so torn seeing their faces because she understands how, like, powerful having, like, those paintings will be for them. And she, if we had more time, so desperately would have wanted to make, like, replicas for them to keep.
Oh, okay.
And she also would have probably made them Mercy / Warforged and the Turquoise Sphere a contract.
Oh,
or
something
their
official that they have to sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, not just for, like, current time's sake, but for future, like, I guess, can't think of the right
A
word.
recorded history.
Yeah, for future history.
Something that's definitely documented over time. Yeah, I will say no role required for the documentation, and they gladly both sign. As we had multiple natural 20s rolled on persuasion rolls tonight, so that definitely helped in the process. The dice helped to tell the story, folks.
Yay. Proficiency with the calligrapher supplies.
Excellent. Perfect. Yeah, you wouldn't even make a roll on that, but I will make you make a roll on if you are trying to make some kind of reproduction of the artwork. What materials would Selena have available to her to be like? These are oil paintings. So do you have anything other than like your sketchbook? Like, how would you just do like a sketch reproduction of it? I guess I'm going to try to find out more information about what it is you're trying to do to reproduce.
So I have ink and parchment, so it would be more like a pen and ink kind of, ink and paper kind of reproduction, like
perfect.
Trying to get the hatching.
What are the most notable colors in this artwork?
A lot of it is very faded earth tones. But some of the colors that do stand out to you are bright, like cyan blues are like the colors that stand out. You might get like a bright green or a bright cyan blue, but other than that, most of the other ones are earthy tones, like deep greens and browns. A little beige in there.
So she would try and make this like reproduction sketch, like ink using like hatching and off on like either a side piece of parchment or on like the back, writing some of those highlights. And I don't remember if you said that the stuff that was written on the back was in like an ancient language or anything, but she would probably try and copy some of those.
It doesn't seem to be much of an ancient language, it's more of like just a signature. But I will say this, because I'm an art teacher and you use the term hatching, that definitely wins points with me as the game master, considering I'm teaching my 4th graders how to do that right now. So I'm going to give you advantage on your check here. You can choose. So this is an art form. What's your performance looking like?
+0.
Okay, what's your sleight of hand looking like?
+5.
Okay, I'm going to give you sleight of hand at advantage.
Okay.
A 0? Sleight of hand it is.
18. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not a perfect reproduction, but it will suffice as a nice pen and ink sketch with the hatching that you described, with the correct value, the correct shading in it. Definitely enough that'll definitely pull the heartstrings of these individuals each time they pick it out and look, and pull it out of their pack and look at it, and they will definitely be reminded of their history and their culture.
And then in like the bottom corner on the back somewhere, she would write her name to, I think it was the turquoise sphere, or all 3 of their names, one of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll always have this with you.
Excellent. I need you guys to all add to your character sheets. Because of Selena's actions here in doing this, you guys are friends of the turquoise spear. Meaning that you will automatically have advantage on any rolls to receive aid from this group in the future if you need it.
So under allies, friends
Under
of the
allies,
turquoise spear.
friends of the turquoise spear. Yep. Well done, Selena.
Where are the allies section?
That would be under notes.
Yeah, there is an ally section under notes, I think, in D&D Beyond.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can add that as a new ally. As they all are just overwhelmed with emotion and support of you from this action.
Orkan is also going to slip the leader, the orcish woman,
Yeah.
100 gold pieces.
Okay.
So
What's this for?
it isn't much, but I know that I can see in your face how important these pieces are to you. Maybe this will help you and stave off needing to sell these until you can find other valuables.
You were all incredibly kind. Thank you for your gestures and
I
support.
can help more.
And she pockets the 100 gold.
Yoink.
Exactly. Cha-ching.
Orcon literally just handed over his entire coin purse because that's everything he had.
Oh, no. Orcon's broke.
Would Selena see you do this?
Are you hiding it from the group?
Probably not.
Okay, yeah, so Selena would see.
Selena would add another 100 to that.
Oh, okay. Yep, exactly, right there. She gladly accepts and takes it as well.
Hazel's digging through all of her things on her person because Hazel doesn't understand money. She doesn't quite get what's going on. So yeah, Hazel's frantically searching through her bag right now. And is debating things.
My question to you though, Hazel, is how much do you not understand money? Like, are we talking like Grog from Critical Role?
No, she's not that dumb. She knows this has power, but she doesn't. She understands the value of things and friends better than just.
She doesn't understand the power that money provides.
She gets that it does things in this realm, but it's just a little confused. So she's looking at all of her stuff right now, and if anyone looks at her, she looks frazzled because she thinks she's missing the point of this interaction. This is something that we have to do to fit in here. So she's like, like digging through her stuff.
Seeing her get frazzled, no, my dear, it's quite okay. I was just giving them a little bit of help at the beginning.
Okay, but like, how do I help? All I've done is like yell at Odd mostly, I think.
I mean,
It
keeping
more
him
than
alive
this,
is
honestly.
more than a full-time job, so... Somebody isn't watching him or strangling him or restraining him. World War III. 1000.
As you guys say that, you notice that Odd is on his own over here.
Are you talking to the Warforged guards over there?
No, just kind of looking off in the distance.
Okay.
Got something on my mind.
Okay. Yeah, something seems to be bothering Odd.
Which makes Hazel feel worse, so her ears get lower. Her already normal ears that for the Furbolg are kind of like get like flat. Which Orcon would know means she feels really bad.
Yeah, and before before we go forward anymore, I do want to say that Kalith, after this all kind of takes place, Kalith approaches Orcon because Orcon was doing most of the persuasion between Kalith and things, and Kalith looks toward Orcon and says, "Listen, can I talk to you for a second?"
But of course, my dear. How can I be of assistance?
Listen, I just need to get something off my chest. I don't want to tell the halflings, but I feel terribly responsible for the fact that we're in the financial situation that we were in. I lost several valuable magic items. I had a purse that I gathered some materials on that I lost. We were jumped one time by a group loyal to the Lord of Blades, and I looked later and I couldn't find any of the items that I had, and I feel terrible. I didn't tell the halflings because I feel like they would reject me as their leader and they wouldn't trust me anymore. So I kept it a secret all these times. I was desperate to find more money.
Well, you have a bit now, and while, as we have mentioned, we have our own task here, we've already run across some of this Lord of Blades individuals. I fear it won't be the last time while we're dealing with our things. Should we come across this purse, I know exactly where to find you now.
You know, that's a good point. If you do find it, I would appreciate you returning it, but...
But of course.
I just needed to get this off of my chest because it's been bothering me for quite a long time.
You have done nothing wrong. You've kept your team alive.
Well, to be honest, they're quite lucky. I'm just fortunate.
Organ's going to gesture at Forrest a little bit. I mean, look at that one, the big wall of meat over there. We've been in scraps that we walked out of because he was just an immovable object.
Well, like he's wearing some pretty nice armor, and that shield is pretty, I don't know, looks like it'd take a lot to hit him.
He does seem rather sturdy, unlike the other one, and points off in Odd's direction, who has been regurgitated at least once.
You see Odd in the background just picking his nose, looking at...
She smirks at that and says, I do appreciate you all. You have definitely done a lot in the short time that we've known each other, and I respect all of you, and I am grateful for all of you. Thank you.
And we are grateful for you as well. Your willingness to talk enabled us to aid our friend Mercy. Now both of you shall be aiding each other, and Mercy will point us in the direction of hopefully our thing, and perhaps even that small parcel you're looking for.
Great. Well, I wish you luck on your travels.
And you with your new endeavors.
And I will say mechanically, you guys earned a new secret. An expendable resource. Da-na-na-na.
I got that. Hold on.
You guys have earned a Kalith's secret, which she is kind of feeling responsible for their current financial situations from losing this cache of magical items and gold coins. I will add that to your secrets chart later.
Odd turns around and notices that Orkin is looking in his direction, but still not a thought behind his eyes. Just.
So you guys do see Odd in the distance, kind of searching, like just looking off, kind of Luke Skywalkering to the two sons a little bit.
These Warforged are related? They're sons?
Oh my god. Hazel with her ears still like flat and down because she is feeling like she's been stressed here, and whatever, we'll go over to Odd and in Sylvan because she knows she understands it. Not that she cares the Warforged hears, but because it's to her ears nice to hear the language sometimes, and she assumes the same for Odd. And we'll just kind of just stand next to him and just be like, sorry if I'm yelling a lot. I just don't think, well, the cool tricks you do are fun. I don't think everyone needs to be tricked all the time, because that's how we get into situations sometimes.
Odd just kind of whips his head over at her because he didn't know that she was approaching.
How do you not notice the freaking 7-foot-tall furbulk coming at you?
Sorry,
I was in the mist.
I was just thinking about something, like something we may have overlooked.
What did we overlook?
When Orkin had that magical mishap, I don't know about you, but my my ears are still ringing. So I can't help but wonder, who else heard that? Did we just give away their location?
That was near the camp. That wasn't here.
Right, but
I mean, I think it's a city that everyone knows is a city, right? I mean, you're not wrong. We should tell them we're worried about that now, because now I'm worried about this. Hazel starts to panic. Do you want to tell them?
I don't know. Perhaps we should. On the next episode of Proficiency Bonus.
You know what? That's actually a perfect segue.
Oh my god.
As we end this episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Thank you for that. That's perfect timing, actually. Well done, everybody. You guys have fought off a group from the Lord of Blades and successfully mediated between these two groups of Warforged pilgrims and Cyran Veterans, and got them to agree to even like more than I thought you guys were going to be able to get them to agree to, as now they're kind of like in an alliance against this terrible group of Warforged that think that pretty much everybody else needs to die and the Warforged are supreme. So
And they're roommates now. Roomies.
So well done, group. Impressive. Thank you guys for a great session. That was a lot of fun.
Now, how impressive are we talking? Like, hey, you can level up to 14 now. Impressive?
No, not that impressive.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Nice try. You're reaching. You haven't reached the end of this chapter yet. You haven't found your. You haven't. That's right. You haven't found your other piece of the rod yet. So, yeah, you did earn a new secret. You earned Kayla's secret tonight, and you accomplished that, getting that agreement done. So that was awesome. So we'll be back next Monday night for our next session, where you guys will continue this journey through Eberron. Also, want to remind everybody that on Friday night we'll be back for Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. So make sure you join us on Friday night. And don't forget about the giveaways on the 23rd. And also that Friday before that, I believe it's the 20th. We're going to also do giveaways for Phandelver and Below that night. So we'll have a couple giveaways that night as well, if I can ever find time to get out to Cardboard Castle Games and spend lots of money. Because that's what I need to do.
you need to go spend lots of money. That sounds about right.
That's what I need to do. So
that's what I
make
tell
sure you tune in
all the time.
That's right. I absolutely need to. So, viewers, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Is there anything else that we need to shout out tonight before we end?
Honestly, shout out to Rasenak for that. The awesome jokes just kept on coming.
Robert is good for the awesome jokes. Like, he is. That's his thing.
I'll be honest. During the game, I was looking for the soundbite for Orkin Man, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So, we'll see. We'll see next week. Maybe Ideal will turn up.
Yeah. Thank you, chat. Everybody who tuned in tonight to hang out with us. We had a lot of participation from chat. It's great to see. We're gonna do our quick outro for YouTube right now. So don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Bye.